She went from playing the cute little sister to becoming the most talked about actress on the planet. But the path from a small girl in Coachella Valley to the face of one of Netflix's biggest shows ever, it wasn't luck. It was obsession, sacrifice, and an insane amount of talent that nobody could ignore.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
Jenna Ortega was born on September 27, 2002, in Coachella, California, a small desert city better known for its music festival than for producing Hollywood stars. She was the fourth of 6 children in a Mexican-Puerto Rican family, and from the very beginning, she was different. At just 6 years old, Jenna told her parents she wanted to be an actress, not because she saw some glamorous life on TV, not because someone told her she could. She just knew. That kind of certainty at 6 years old, that is rare. That is the stuff legends are made of. Her parents were skeptical at first, understandably so. Acting was a long shot, especially for a kid from Coachella with no connections to Hollywood. But Jenna did not wait for permission. She started posting videos online, reaching out to agencies, and doing everything a determined little girl with a dream could possibly do. And it worked. By 2012, at just 9 years old, she had her first agent. The grind had officially begun. Her first big break came in 2014 when she was cast as Jane Village in Jane the Virgin.
Mom, what does love feel like?
Why?
Just curious.
The critically acclaimed CW dramedy that would run for 5 seasons. It was a small role, but it was on real television, and it was just the beginning. She followed it up with a role in Disney Channel's Stuck in the Middle.
This is what happens when there are 7 kids and you're stuck in the middle. If my family was a week, I would be Wednesday, not the beginning.
Where she played Harley Diaz, a clever, inventive middle child navigating the chaos of a large family. Sound familiar? Life imitating art. The show ran from 2016 to 2018, and Jenna became a genuine Disney kid icon. But here's the thing about Jenna Ortega. She never wanted to just be a Disney kid. Even while smiling in those bright, colorful sets, she was quietly studying darker material. Horror films, psychological thrillers, complex characters. She was building something underneath the surface. In 2019, Jenna landed a recurring role in Season 2 of Netflix's smash hit You, playing Ellie Alves, a sharp-tongued, street-smart teenager who could see through Penn Badgley's terrifying character
You asshole.
better than anyone. It was a completely different Jenna, grittier, edgier, real. Audiences noticed, critics noticed, and Hollywood certainly noticed. Then came Scream in 2022. The iconic horror franchise was being revived. And Jenna Ortega was cast as Tara Carpenter, a fan-favorite character who had to carry some of the film's most intense, visceral scenes. And she didn't just show up, she delivered. She reportedly did her own research into stab wounds, into trauma, into how the body reacts under extreme stress. She wanted her performance to be authentic, not movie authentic, but actually real authentic. That level of commitment from a 19-year-old? Unheard of. And then came Wednesday, November 2022.
I act as if I don't care if people dislike me. Deep down, I secretly enjoy it.
Netflix dropped Wednesday, a coming-of-age supernatural mystery series centered on Wednesday Addams, the deadpan, macabre daughter of the Addams family, and they cast Jenna Ortega in the lead role. What happened next was nothing short of a cultural phenomenon. Wednesday became Netflix's most-watched English-language series of all time, surpassing Stranger Things. 150 million households in just 28 days. Let that sink in. But it wasn't just a show. It was Jenna. The way she embodied Wednesday Addams was not imitation. It was transformation. She barely blinked. She moved with eerie precision. She delivered deadpan lines with surgical timing. And that dance scene, that viral, iconic, thing-accompanied solo dance in the school, she choreographed it herself at 4 a.m. while running a fever, sick with COVID. She didn't ask to stop filming. She didn't ask for a break. She asked if the take was good. That's Jenna Ortega. Overnight, Jenna went from a rising star to a full-blown cultural icon. The braids, the black dresses, the unblinking stare. It was everywhere. Halloween costumes sold out in October 2022 faster than almost any other costume in history. Her face was on magazine covers across the globe. She was trending on every platform simultaneously. But what separated Jenna from other overnight sensations was how she handled it. No dramatic interviews, no carefully crafted PR persona. She was just herself, thoughtful, intentional, a little dark, very funny in a dry, unexpected way, completely authentic. She spoke openly about the pressures of Hollywood, about being a young Latina in an industry that had pigeonholed her for years, about the roles she fought for, about the roles she turned down because they didn't align with what she believed in. Here's something most people don't know about Jenna Ortega. She's an activist, a serious one. She's spoken at events about immigration reform, about the importance of Latina representation, about mental health for young people navigating fame. She uses her platform not for vanity, but for purpose. She's also been incredibly vocal about not wanting to be defined by any single role. Wednesday Addams may have made her a global phenomenon, but Jenna Ortega sees herself as a storyteller first. She's producing projects. She's developing her craft in ways that go beyond what her age would suggest. At 21 years old, she's already one of the most powerful young actresses in Hollywood, and she's barely getting started. So why Jenna? Why did she break through when so many others don't? There are hundreds of talented child actors. There are dozens of young women in Hollywood fighting for the same roles, the same covers, the same recognition. The answer is, she never stopped working when the cameras weren't on her. She studied, she trained, she chose projects that challenged her even when safer options were available. She didn't chase fame, she chased craft. And fame came anyway, because that's what happens when someone is genuinely, uncommonly great at what they do. She also had the courage to be different in an industry that rewards sameness. When everyone wanted her to be bubbly and accessible, she leaned darker, stranger, more interesting, and the world ate it up because audiences are hungry for something real. From a 6-year-old girl in Coachella who told her parents she was going to be an actress to the face of Netflix's biggest series in history, Jenna Ortega didn't stumble into stardom, she built it. Brick by brick, scene by scene, until the whole world had no choice but to look. She's not just famous, she's inevitable. And this is only the beginning. What people often overlook is just how young Jenna was when she started navigating an industry that is famously brutal, even to adults. Most kids her age were worried about homework and weekend plans. Jenna was on sets, in audition rooms, and on long drives from Coachella to LA with her mother, chasing something most people twice her age would have given up on. And the industry didn't make it easy. For years, the roles she was offered were limited. The sweet, supportive Latina best friend, the background character with 3 lines, the token representation that checked the box without ever giving her a real story to tell. She took some of those roles because she had to, because that's how you survive in Hollywood when you're starting out. But she never let them define her ceiling. That quiet persistence is what makes Jenna Ortega different from so many young actors who flame out or plateau. She was playing the long game from the very beginning, even when she was too young to fully articulate it. She was absorbing everything. Every director she worked with, every veteran actor she shared a scene with, every mistake she made on camera that she promised herself she would never repeat. There's a version of Jenna Ortega's story that could have gone very differently. A version where she stayed in the Disney lane, made a few forgettable teen movies, and faded into the background by her early 20s. That happens to a lot of child stars. The transition from kid actor to series adult talent is one of the hardest jumps in the business, and most people don't make it. Jenna made it look almost effortless, but it wasn't. Behind every sharp performance, every well-chosen project, every interview where she said something smarter than anyone expected, there was years of work, years of doubt that she kept private, years of being underestimated in rooms full of people who had no idea what she was actually capable of. She's talked in interviews about what it felt like to finally have creative control, to be in a room where people were asking for her opinion rather than just her presence, to go from being the youngest person on set to being the one everyone else was watching for cues. That shift didn't happen by accident. It happened because she showed up every single time, more prepared than anyone expected. And the story is far from over. With Wednesday Season 2 on the horizon, a growing list of producing credits, and a reputation in Hollywood that money simply cannot buy, Jenna Ortega is operating at a level that most actors spend entire careers chasing. She's 21 years old. She's already changed the game. And if you're not paying attention yet, you're already behind. If you made it this far, you already know, Jenna Ortega is not just a phase, she's a force. And if this video hit different for you, do us a favor, drop a comment below and tell us which Jenna Ortega role is your favorite. Was it Wednesday, Scream, or did you know about her long before the rest of the world caught on? Hit that like button if you think Jenna deserves every bit of recognition she's getting. And subscribe if you want more Rise to Fame videos just like this one. We drop new episodes every week, covering the celebrities who didn't just get famous, they earned it. And if you're wondering who we're covering next, let's just say the next one climbed from absolute zero to global superstardom in a way nobody saw coming. You don't want to miss it. Subscribe, hit the bell. We'll see you in the next one.